back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos. Well, let's share with you some of those pictures that were sent into our portal. And we can begin with this one sent in from Badagry, and that's here in Lagos. It shows bad portions along the Lagos-Badagry highway. Our eyewitness reporter calls on the federal authorities to help fix it. Our next photo was sent in from Kaduna State, and it shows this overloaded truck along the Abuja-Kaduna highway. Our eyewitness reporter wants the Federal Road Safety Corps to put a stop to this trend along highways. And this photo was sent in from Jalingo, the Taraba state capital. It shows a man whom our eyewitness reporter describes as a person selling fuel above the approved pump price. Our eyewitness reporter says there appears to be a growing network of people selling at black market prices across the state. Staying with the fuel situation, this photo is from Ijebu-Ode in Ogun State, and it shows a commercial motorcycle rider and a passenger carrying two 25-litre gallons of fuel. Our eyewitness reporter describes this as a dangerous act. Finally, we have this one sent in from Port Harcourt, the River State capital. It shows a heap of refuse at the foot of an electricity pole. Our eyewitness reporter calls on relevant authorities to clean up the area. Thanks a lot for sending in all your pictures, and we ask you to please send us more. The president has returned to Nigeria after a one-day visit to Equatorial Guinea. President Muhammadu Buhari arrived at the Nnamdi Azikiwe Airport, Abuja, around 6 p.m. today. Now, earlier, he condemned the recent killings in River State, vowing to deal decisively with the sponsors of violence in the state. President Buhari, who was addressing Nigerians resident in Malabo, Equatorial Guinea, describes the killing of people in the state over political differences as primitive, barbaric, and unacceptable. The president in a statement warned, quote, "We will deal decisively with all sponsors of violence. I've given the security services clear directives in this regard. We will show that violence in any form will no longer be tolerated before, during, or after elections," end of quote. Also speaking on his anti-corruption effort, the president said his administration will remain fearless, adding, quote, "We will be merciless and relentless in pursuing all those who abuse public trust. Nigerians will see how some of the elite conspired to run the nation down," end of quote. While in Equatorial Guinea, President Buhari received Equatorial Guinea's highest national honor, the Grand Collar of the Order of the Independence, which he dedicated to the people of Nigeria. We move on to politics. Now, the All Progressives Congress candidate in Saturday's senatorial rerun polls, Mr. Andrew Uchendu, has pledged to improve socio-economic infrastructure in Eche local government area. He was speaking at a town hall meeting earlier today, which had in attendance the Minister of Transportation, and that's the former Rivers State Governor Chibike Amechi. The minister told eligible voters that adequate security has been provided by the federal government for the exercise.
The All Progressives Congress rally in Eche Township in Rivers State, originally meant to be a town hall meeting, but for convenience purposes, it was shifted to this open school playground, convened at the instance of Honorable Andrew Uchendu, a contestant for the Rivers East Senatorial District. He tells the gathering that he is ready to serve the people and will only do what will promote peace and unity of the Eche people.
I have told the chiefs, I've told the women, I've told the party leaders that actually I am running for and on behalf of the Eche people. I will speak what they want me to speak. I will say what they want me to say. I will do whatever they say I should say. I will hear only what they will tell me to hear. And I will do from day one the entire biddings. APC!
Speaker after speaker take turns to speak on the need for the APC to win the National Assembly seats and the State House of Assembly positions. And joining this call is the special guest of honor and the leader of the APC in River State, the former governor, Mr. Chibike Amechi. He says the people of Eche have no choice but to vote the APC.
You must vote your son, right? The one going for House of Assembly and the one going for House of Reps. You know them, right? Yes. And then vote for the senatorial candidate. Just go there. Don't ask questions. Give me my card. I want to vote for APC. Don't look for the picture of your son or his name. Just vote APC. Don't mutilate the card, though. Just vote APC. The broom is a symbol.
This rally by the APC is meant to mobilize people for the rerun elections into the vacant seats at the national and state assemblies.
The Right Honorable Andrew Uchen.
APC! Time is suspect.
Also today, the All Progressives Congress took their campaign to Gokana local government area of Rivers State. Residents of this community were urged to reciprocate the federal government's decision to implement the UNEP report by voting in the All Progressives Congress candidates in Saturday's election. This appeal was made by the leader of the APC delegation to the Rivers State area and the Minister of Transportation, Chibuike Amechi. He was speaking at the grand finale of the Rivers State rerun elections rally. The minister also announced that $1 billion has been approved by the federal government for the Ogoni cleanup. Meanwhile, the People's Democratic Party in Rivers State has raised alarm over what they claim are plans by the APC to rig this weekend's legislative rerun in the state. In a statement from the party in Port Harcourt, the state capital, the party claims to have uncovered a list of ad hoc staff and returning officers of the Independent National Electoral Commission for the polls, whom they allege are card-carrying members of the APC. The party in the statement today also calls on the police and the international community to intervene and asks INEC not to use the present list of ad hoc staff for the election. All right, let's switch gears now and hand over to Abuja. We cross over there now. Here's Yemisi Ikbaye. Hey, Yemisi.
Hello, Ijoma,
Hi.
and welcome to Abuja, the nation's capital. The Senate has thrown out a bill which seeks to eliminate all forms of discrimination against women. Presenting the bill on the floor of the Senate, a federal lawmaker, Senator Biodun Olujimi, explained that the Gender and Equal Opportunity Bill seeks to promote equality, development and advancement of all persons in Nigeria. However, some lawmakers rejected the proposed legislation, saying it contravenes sections of the 1999 Constitution. Correspondent Linda Akigbe reports.
16th day of March 2016.
It appeared to be a timely bill, with screaming headlines about the abduction of 14-year-old Essie Oruru and agitations for the elimination of child marriage. The Gender and Equal Opportunity Bill appeared to address some of these concerns. The sponsor of the bill, in her lead debate, pointed out what the bill intends to achieve if passed.
The bill further provides that all appropriate measures be taken to eliminate this discrimination against women in the political and public life, eliminate discrimination against women in education, eliminate discrimination against women in employment.
The bill was then thrown open for debate. Some lawmakers supported the bill and gave their reasons.
I therefore believe that we'll continue our advocacy, we'll continue to encourage our women, we'll do as much as we can to pursue this within the fundamental objectives of state policy.
Most of our husbands here, their wives are even public officers, and definitely they don't want such women to be discriminated in her place of work.
But some lawmakers were against the bill, saying it breaches the Constitution.
It was the bill to provide that a widow shall automatically become the guardian and custodian of her children. It's in conflict with the Nigerian Constitution, where she also says a widow shall have the right to an equitable share in the inheritance of property of her husband. This is also in conflict with the Nigerian Constitution.
That a woman can do whatever she likes will give rise to a situation where in our northern language, the Hausa language, that is said, Mijin Hajia, you become Mijin Hajia at the end of the day, where your woman can move around, interact anyhow, under your watch. Under your watch. This, Mr. President, is an apostasy.
It was then time to decide the fate of the bill.
Those in favor that the bill be read the second time say aye. Aye. Those against say nay. The nays have it.
And just like that, the life of the bill ended.
Order!
The undeterred, the sponsor of the bill told journalists after proceedings that Nigerian women would continue to demand empowerment.
We'll go back to the drawing board and see how best we can still bring this gender parity issue onto the front burner.
Those who support women empowerment and elimination of all forms of discrimination against women will be waiting to see if renewed efforts will be accepted by the Senate. Linda Kibe, Channels Television News.
The people of Agatu in Benue State are still in pain as they reflect on the killings perpetuated by Hausa Fulani herdsmen who attacked them and destroyed hundreds of their homes and property. The Agatu community recently marched to the government house in frustration to ask the governor to intervene by providing more security for the people and local farmers who fear that the herdsmen may return again. The governor has promised to take their complaints to the president.
Recent attacks on Agatu and other communities in Benue State by the herdsmen has continued to take its toll on the people of the state. Besides the massacre of hundreds of persons, there's been humanitarian crisis at the IDP camps. This situation is why these men, women and their children have taken to the streets of Makurdi. The protesters also marched to the government house to make their grievance known.
We are saying that the president has the capacity to defeat cattle rustling. He has the capacity to defeat the massive killing of innocent Nigerians by the Fulani herdsmen. I will say yes. The only person who will be able to deliver this message is the listening governor of Benue State, our own governor, who feels what we feel. The Fulani killings is not only limited to the Agatu local government area of Benue State.
Governor Ortom promises to pass the message across to the president.
I want to assure you that your message will be communicated to Mr. President.
These two children were abandoned during the crisis. They were rescued by good-spirited Fulani herdsmen and brought to the government house.
On Saturday, so my boys went to the bush for grazing. They called me on phone that they saw one man with two children. So the father and I ran and left them. So they hand over to they now rescue the children. I said, let's just prepare with them, let them carry them back to us so that we know what to do with them, so that we handle it to the military.
The governor is worried with the way his people are being massacred and is planning to work with the federal government to fix the situation.
We look forward that the state government and the federal government will work together to establish ranches so that all the herdsmen will go and ranch their cattle. And where there is no provision, they should leave us alone. And there is no point the normal herdsmen, the Fulani people who are with us, inviting others to come from neighboring countries. We have no land for them to come and take over and graze.
With this planned solution, hopefully, the herdsmen will no more have reasons to infiltrate the farmlands of farmers.
And that's all from us in Abuja. Back to you, Ijoma, in Lagos.
All right, then. Thanks a lot, Yemisi, all the way from the nation's capital, Abuja. And when the news at 10 returns, operators in the downstream of the nation's oil and gas sector seek transparency in forex allocation by the CBN. And that will be on business. Do join us again.